Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and we are live on That's Football for the first of many, well not the many, the first of a few big games between Manchester City and Arsenal. This one is in the FA Cup. They have got two coming up very, very quickly in the Premier League, well before May, but certainly in the middle of February. So it's a case of first blood. That's what it is. Where's Sylvester Stallone with his bathrobe round his head? Because it is a case of Manchester City versus Arsenal first blood. What and who will draw first blood in this intriguing Premier League season that we have? Computers, it is working better now. I know what the problem was. I tried something new and it just didn't work out. It's a good lesson for the bedroom that. You have great ideas of how it's going to work and sometimes you're better off just sticking to what you know. Anyway, there we go. A little bit of a life lesson there. But I hope you're all doing very well. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Looking forward to this one, if I'm honest with you. And I think we'll get a good game. I think we'll get a good game. People are moaning a little about the team news. I will get that whizzing around the screen for you right now on the stats carousel. Let's whack onto it and let's take it and start it for you. So you can see the teams going around the screen there for you. There's the Arsenal team. Probably not what... Well, you know, I think Arsenal fans will back... I mean, there's a lot of changes for both teams. It's almost in a way, it's a little bit... well, to be honest, the Man City team is strong. I was going to say, I think Pep and Arteta might have had a little chat about let's go easy on each other. But Ortega's in goal. Lewis, Akanji, Stones and Aki. Gundogan, Rodri, De Bruyne. That's their strongest midfield three. Mahrez, Grealish and Haaland. So it's pretty strong. Arsenal, Turner, Tomiyasu, Holding, Gabriel, Cherney. So there's three break. You know, Ramsdale's not playing. White's not playing. And Saliba's not playing. Vieira, Partey, Xhaka. Two of their strongest midfielders there, to be honest, and then Saka and Kete and Trossard. It's not bad. That's not a bad Arsenal side. I think Arsenal would be considered the underdogs in this game based on teams that have been picked, but it's not a bad Arsenal side. I know I knew Arteta would bottle it, says Robert McCormack. Look, I'm no Arsenal fan. So EastEnders star dies age 89. Don't know who it was. Rest in peace, anyway. Yeah, I don't know who it was. But yeah, I think that I get what Robert's saying. You know, I feel that Arteta could have gone a little bit stronger here. It's almost like if we lose, it doesn't matter in relation to the Premier League game, which he might well be right about. But in another way, you know, it's an opportunity to not be second-class citizen going into that Premier League game, you know, later down the line, if you know what I mean. David Ornstein, Chelsea have reached an agreement in principle with Lyon to sign right-back Malo Gusto for €30 million plus add-ons. 19-year-old France under 21 will remain with Lyon till the end of the season. Okay. Yeah, well, a little bit disappointed about that one, if I'm absolutely honest. But you know what? It's still a good signing for Chelsea. Again, got to give him a bit of credit there. Got to give him a bit of credit. Certainly do. Certainly do. So the team news is going around the screen for you. Or is it? It should be. Has it moved from Arsenal at all? Or has it been on Arsenal the whole time? Oh, it is moving around. Good. Lovely. Lovely. Everything's going as planned at the moment, which is great. Long may that continue. Long may that continue. So how are we all doing? Friday night football, hey? It's better than Saturday night. I've got to do Man United against fucking Reading tomorrow night on a Saturday night. What's that all about? I don't know. Come on, Arsenal. I was making the point on the United stand that around Arsenal getting 100 points is more impressive than the Champions League, as it's over a season. We get all 3 trophies and 100 points. That's better than the treble. Zane is completely talking out his arse. Mark, have you played the game? Says Warrior. I've played the game. Zane, if you get 90 points, it'll be a miracle, says Robert McCormack. You're not going to get 100 points, Zane. I think, you know, I hope you win the league because I don't want Man City to win it. But you're not going to get 90 points, mate. I don't know whether I'm going to revisit that video on the United stands. It's up there as a 5-minute video at the moment that was meant to be about 35 minutes. I may revisit it later on tonight. I may not. I may revisit it in the morning. But to be honest with you, I was just trying to sort myself out to get back live again. So apologies if you were on that United stand stream. At the moment, it's sort of stuck in no man's land, isn't it? But I'm sure we'll sort something out around that. It was going to be a good show as well. I was looking forward to it, but you know, at the end of the day, it didn't happen, and these things happen, and they're sent to testers, and that's what happened. Yes. Who do I think is going to win this game? I think Man City have to be favourites because they're at home. I think it would be remiss not to say that. I think they will be favourites to win. Having said that, I also think that in another way, it could be a real opportunity for Arsenal if they can get a result without picking their strongest team. It could well send a little bit of a psychological blow. So I think for Arsenal, it's about putting in a strong performance tonight, isn't it? That's what it's all about. City have got a stronger 11, says Job. And even if Arsenal fans will take Champions League over 100 points. The thing is, if Arsenal win this team, that's a huge win for Arteta, says Valley. I think they've just got to be competitive tonight. I mean, I'm massively looking forward to this. You know, I do a lot of content on here, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And it's basically content in relation to the bigger picture, away from Man United, because that's the team I support. And the Premier League is fantastic at the moment. I'm looking forward to the return of the Champions League. We do watch-alongs for this as well. I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's there are layers to this game in the sense that it would, you know, Arsenal can approach it however they like, and Man City can approach it however they like. But if Man City were to win this 1-4 or 5-0, you can't just brush it under the carpet and say, well, that doesn't make any difference in relation to the Premier League race. Every little bit does, you know. So I think Arsenal have to give a good account of themselves, whatever happens here tonight. United have the same weakness as City. Take Rashford and Haaland out, and they have no foul power, says Same Miasi. I think you've got a few weaknesses. It'd be interesting to see how you do without Odegaard tonight, to be honest with you. I think you raise a good point, Zane, to be honest. Let's see how you do. The game starts in 5 minutes. So, yeah, get ready. Get your score predictions in. I'm just going to whack something in the video, in the live chat for people. I'm going to pin it as well. Some of you might be interested in this. It is United Stand is going on tour. Little bit of a backstory. United Stand is going on tour. We are doing 4 dates in the international break. We are doing Dublin, Manchester and London. Dublin sold out in an hour, so we've added another date in Dublin on Monday the 20th of March. It's the international break, so don't worry about anything else. So we're in Dublin on Monday the 20th and Tuesday the 21st of March. We're in Manchester on Thursday the 23rd, and then we're in London on the 29th. If you want to get yourself along to those dates, you don't have to be a United fan, because whilst it will be a United Stand on tour, the way I'm planning on doing it is I want to be very topical in the football conversation, so we will be talking about other clubs. And also, at the start of the show, I'm going to do a little bit of going for Goldbridge sort of stand-up sort of conversation. So look, at the end of the day, if you want to come along, and I think it'll be a fantastic evening. And, you know, it could be the first of many. It might be the only 4 we do. So, look, it'd be great to see you along there. Tickets are going very quickly. Links in the live chat if you want to get yourself a couple of tickets and come along. Have a visit. You know, at the end of the day, have a visit. Dublin, Manchester or London, they're all great places to come and have a look at as well. So get involved. Renate says it's going to be a 0-0 draw. I don't know why people are moaning about team colours, because Arsenal are wearing red and white and Man City are wearing blue. So team colours are not wrong, Mike. You keep going on about it. And to be honest with you, I couldn't give a shit if they are. That's Arsenal's traditional colours, and Man City's traditional colours are light blue. So I think people can figure out which one is which, you know? I couldn't give a shit about the scoreboard. I can't change it. If you are that OCD, it's Friday night. You need to go for a jog round the block. If you're that OCD, go for a jog. Next to the names by the scores, Mark. I don't care, Joshua. I really don't. I'm just happy to be live. It's Friday night. It's an interesting game. If that's bothering you, then, you know, jog on. I couldn't give a toss. Gusto will prefer to come to Chelsea in 10th and play less minutes than United in top 4. And always someone complaining, says Ladios. Exactly. I'm just happy the computer didn't explode, Levi. You're absolutely correct. Right, I need to get this timer ready. I'm going to go with Man City to win this game 2-1. Obviously, massive part of me will be very happy if I don't really care who wins this. To be honest with you, this is not like the Premier League to me. The Premier League, I want Arsenal to win. With regards to this, I've got to be honest, I don't actually care that much. I suppose from a Manchester United point of view, Newcastle are already out. Arsenal or Man City are going to go out. You know, putting respect on both clubs' names, I don't think it makes a massive difference for Manchester United either way. Who gets knocked out or not? FA Cups are very difficult. I think the FA Cups are very difficult tournament for anybody to envisage winning at the moment. Somebody will win it. If they both draw, you get an extra game as well, as Chris Jones said there, which is not great. So yeah, it's sorry, I just got to send this. So yeah, look, that would be interesting if they both drew. I think under no circumstances will either of these teams want to draw tonight. I think we can safely say that neither team is going to want to draw tonight, and they will want it to get it resolved. Of course they will. I'd forgotten about this ridiculous. I mean, look, we can have a moan about a lot of things. City teach them a lesson tonight. Back to earth, says Robert McCormack. Well, Robert can be right sometimes. I'd be worried, Arsenal fans. I don't know. I think it's about, whatever the result tonight, it's about Arsenal putting in a performance that, you know, doesn't undermine everything else they've done. But I will say this. It's absolutely disgraceful that clubs are having to do FA Cup replays during a season like this. It's fascinating to me that is still a thing, that they're having to do replays in a season like this. Yeah, it's mad. So we're about to start the match here. Can someone change the colours on the scoreboard, because the live chat's moaning about it. It really doesn't bother me that much, but Man City is red and Arsenal is blue. So if someone can change that, please, on the live score, that would be great. Cheers, everyone. Not me moaning, it's the chat. There you go. Don't say I don't do anything for you. I actually do not give a shit, but that will change at some point. We're off. Here we go. Interesting. Man City against Arsenal. And Pep against Arteta. These teams will be fighting out for the Premier League. It is about first blood. It is about not being intimidated. It is about showing them who's boss. And I can tell you for free, for all the smiles and hugs, in training and in the dressing room, Pep Guardiola will have said, go out there and show them what you're about. Because it won't make us win the Premier League, but it will make them think, shit, we've got to play them in 2 weeks. That's what Man City are going to be looking about. That's what they're going to do. Simple as that. Timer is up. Sorry, it's up and running now. Bloody hell, it's like I work for you lot. The colours are wrong. The timer's not on the screen. Why are you wearing glasses? It's Friday night, everybody. Have a chill out. Have a chill out. I tell you what, you're going to love the live tour, because I'll have had a few drinks before I get on stage. It'll be wild. It'll be wild. Get your tickets pinned at the top of the chat. I don't think there's going to be many tickets left soon. Hello, Mark. Could you say a happy 26th birthday to my Uncle David in Ireland? He loves your channel and would appreciate it very much, says Alex Thomas. Happy 26th birthday to Uncle David. We're in Dublin if you want to get yourself a ticket. RRS, I'm already on it. And to be honest, those specs are pretty much bang on of what I've ordered. So yeah, very, very right. Very, very right. Actually, if you're interested in computers, my computer's been taken off a couple of streams recently. I know exactly what it is. It's weird. But basically, I changed my audio setup and I've been using an audio mixer. And for some reason, the laptop doesn't like it. Even though you can't find anything anywhere about it, I normally use a USB microphone. And when I use a USB microphone, it's absolutely fine. There's never any overheating. There's never any fan noise. When I use the audio mixer and the XLR cable, it don't like it. It don't like it at all. And yet you look online, there is nothing about XLR mics and audio mixers causing CPU usage problems. So crazy, isn't it? It's not even high CPU YouTube account. It's just the fans. They start going crazy. It's a very popular laptop. Anyway, enough of that boring shit. Man City have started off very, very well here. They look like they're really, really going to have a go here. And Arsenal will be in a little bit of, not shock, but it'll be a bit of a novel concept for them because they won't be used to this sort of intense from a team that, you know, really wants to dominate them. Jamie says you're looking well this evening. Thank you. Thank you very much, and really appreciate that. Omar, go and swivel on it. I do need a PC, Nicholas. You know, a little bit of insight. People will say, "Can we have a look at your setup?" I mean, you get to see a lot more of my setup than you used to, but I'm an idiot. I've always used a laptop. Always used a powerful laptops, but I've always used a laptop, and you shouldn't. I don't know why I did. I think I had this idea that I was going to start streaming from a field. Oh no, I've got to have a laptop so I can carry it. You don't need a laptop. I forgot, Matt. You know, Isaac says thoughts on Madueke. I tell you what, Isaac, and I'm sure some Chelsea fans feel like this. I forgot you bloody bought him. I forgot you bloody bought him. You know? I forgot you'd bought Madueke. Mudryk, João Felix, Badiashile, Nkunku, Gusto. Yep, I know all about those. I'd forgot you'd even bought Madueke. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think he's an interesting player, but I'd forgotten. Rob says he's just played some FIFA. I was playing subbed on Maguire at striker and scored with Harry, then quit. That's my kind of banter, Rob. Arsenal on the attack here. Trossard, he's put a good cross in, and a shot will come in. Oh, it's a wonderful shot by Tomiyasu, and it's a good save by Ortega. That could have been 1-0 to Arsenal. It was lovely play by Trossard. Tomiyasu caught it well, and Arsenal there showing they're not here just to sit back and be timid. They're here to stamp their authority on the game, and I tell you what, Trossard's had some lovely touches so far. Really, really good. He looks like he's here to play football, doesn't he? And it's another good cross to the back post. He looks like a very good signing, doesn't he, Trossard? I'm not surprised. He's a good player, says Byron. No, but I think Trossard's a really good signing. And whilst I do feel sorry for Brighton, I think he's a fantastic signing because Brighton are a good footballing side, and he's was one of their best players. So yeah, it's yeah, and obviously he's very, very, very Premier League proven. Big shout out to Drawty. He's changed it. Look, everybody, look. Man City's got blue and Arsenal's got red now. You bloody OCD twats. No, I do get OCD about some things. I like to do things in 3s and 9s and multiples of 3. I hate the number 5. I hate the number 8. I hate the number 2. I've been like this for years, so I can't moan about people who have OCD about colours. I have it myself. So basically, I like the number 1. I like 3. I like 4. So I like any multiple of 3 and the number after it. So 1, well, 0 is not really it, but 3 and the number after 4 is fine, but I hate 5. 6 is fine, 7's fine, hate 8. 9, 10's okay, hate 11. 12, 13's fine, hate 14. And that's how it goes. Don't ask me why. I don't know. This is OCD, isn't it? Thanks everyone who's tuning in. I think this is going to be a cracking game tonight. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We are on the road to 900k on this channel. I think we could hit 1 million in the next year or so. So please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We've had some fantastic videos going up this week, haven't we? Really have enjoyed it. So get involved with the channel. Daily topical content. transfer deadline day is coming up on Tuesday as well, so we might have a few things going on. Premier League fans just bought a ticket to the tour. Looking forward to it, mates. Looking forward to it. Do you have to be 18? You need somebody who's over 21 with you. I don't know why you have to be 18. I think it's just the event saying that. Are you on, Mark? Blathering on about numbers. Maybe some rest needed, says Triple Champ. And Lawrence says, I actually fancy City for this. Arsenal had a big adrenaline dump versus United. Jara says, what do you think about Gordon going to Newcastle? I think he's overrated, mate. But I think Eddie Howe's a good coach. I think Gordon could be a good... My assessment of the Gordon situation is he's overrated. He's not as good as... I mean, Chelsea were going to pay money for him. Newcastle have paid money for him. He's overrated. However, that doesn't mean he'll be a flop. There's clearly a player there. I just don't think we've seen it. So I think whether he went to Chelsea or he's gone to Newcastle, that's a developmental player. So he could end up being a good signing, but he's not a £45 million signing in my mind. Massively overpriced, massively overrated. You've got to get something out of him. Any good UK sitcoms? Not in between us. Already seen it. Haaland's in here. Keeper's way out of his line. Tommy Asu's got time to stop the overhead kick that was actually going to go in but had no power. Derry Girls is good, Frentas. IT Crowd. Peep Show. There's loads. Mick's got 3 tickets for London. Looking forward to meeting you. Yeah, so on Gordon for Newcastle, watch this space. I think Eddie Howe's good enough to develop the player, but he's got a lot to live up to. And I personally think Newcastle wanted Maddison, but they can't get Maddison, so they've had to go for something else. Father Ted's very good, yeah. Office, yeah. I tell you what, it's been a good 10 minutes. Good first 10 minutes here. Arsenal, obviously, have still got some good players on the pitch. I refute and disagree with people saying that Arsenal have, played the reserves. You've still got Xhaka, you've still got Partey, you've still got Gabriel, you've still got Saka. There's some, Nketiah's playing as well. Trossard's a new signing who will want to play first team football. Obviously, there's 1 or 2 players there, and I think Man City have gone with the stronger front 6. But apart from that, it's pretty good. Is That's Football only you or United stand team? Sphere. It's really only me. It will be more at some point, but yeah, it's really only me. That link isn't working that I've put in the chat. Sorry. It's my fault. I'll sort it. Yeah, been a good start to this game so far. Still 0-0, but look, I also would say that there is certainly, without doubt, a need and requirement from Pep to win this game, because Pep Guardiola always wants to win football matches. And he always wants to win trophies. He used to love winning the Carabao Cup, didn't he? Not this year, Pep. Not this year. And therefore, he can't guarantee that he's going to win the Champions League because he's never done it with Man City. Can't guarantee they're going to win the Premier League because Arsenal could win it. And on top of that, can't win the Carabao Cup because you're out of it. So, yeah, it's certainly a game that Manchester City needs to take seriously. Mark, thoughts on Caicedo and Rice to Arsenal? Not going to happen, Zane. Would Tielemans be a feasible option for a loan for United, given where Leicester are? Not a chance, Stephen. They're not going to let players go, are they? Hi, Mark. Stoke fan here. I have a soft spot for Newcastle and Manchester United, and I love your content as Anglo-Saxon. Thank you very much. Big game for these two, says Triple Champ. Likely one of them. It's the only trophy they will win. I think one of these are going to win the Premier League, to be honest, mate. I really do. Right, I think we fixed the link in the chat. A few people have been saying it. That's my fault. Goldbridge. I'm not too bothered about getting the link wrong. If you saw the United Stand stream at 7 o'clock, I mean, bloody hell, it's one of the worst I've ever done. So the link in the chat is interesting because it effectively is the link to the tickets for the tour. So if you want to get yourself a ticket to come and see us on tour, then the link in the live chat is now correct. And we'd love to see you there. London, Manchester or Dublin. I want a refund. You didn't read my message, says Goff. That's not how it works. And hi, Mark. Super Chats are still not working for me on United Stand and I've been a member for 8 months. Cam, I don't know how that works. I think people think I've got access to the back system of YouTube. I don't know why some people can super chat on some channel and some can't. Yeah, I don't know. That tweet on the United Stand is complete and utter bollocks and is about 6 hours old. So there's a tweet on the United Stand. So Jim Ratcliffe is close to buying Man United from the Great Glazers for around £4 billion. It's from Tuto Mercato in France, and it is complete and utter bullshit. I've just put the tweet underneath it. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. That's not how it works. For one, the Glazers want more than $4 billion, and for two, Sir Jim Ratcliffe can't be close to buying Manchester United when there's a bidding process that's going to take place. It's not going to work like that. So, it'd be nice if it worked like that, but it won't. Oh, I'm not going to sack the admin. It's a story out there that you can put out there, but it's a load of crap. Mark 13-14 Suarez or Chelsea's Hazard, says THJ. Hazard. Easy. If there's an angle to go, I mean, look, I'd probably say Albrighton 15 better than Suarez in that year. I'd love to do a show in Edinburgh, Harry Bow. I just don't know what the Scottish market's like. I don't know whether we could sell out something in Scotland. But I'd love to do one in Edinburgh, yeah. Hi, Mark. Give us your match prediction. 2-1-2 City. It's Preston North End as in the team. Jeff. Preston North End Jeff, says Preston North End Jeff. What the United Stand live show consist of, Sebastian? We have to come and see. I've had a few people messaging me saying, I'm thinking about buying a ticket, but I want to know what's going to happen. Do you buy a ticket to the cinema for a film and go, I want to know everything about it before I buy it? I will be there. It'll be a live show. And we'll have some stuff going on. I'm not going to turn up with a microphone and go, oh, I don't know what to do. Thanks everyone for turning up. What's your favourite packet of crisps? In fact, that would actually be quite a good show. Why do you think the top teams are taking domestic cup competition so seriously, says Stephen. I remember when Carabao Cup was a prize for the mid-table teams. It's a trophy. It's a trophy in a competitive league. And, you know, not everyone can win the league. Champions League may not be won by an English club, so every English club goes into a season where if they don't take the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup seriously, they've got to win the league, and that's not always guaranteed. So a trophy is a trophy, isn't it? And I think it's for the betterment of the game that teams like, I mean, Pep Guardiola has been the forerunner here, where he, you know, valued the Carabao Cup. And now the Carabao Cup has more value. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Carabao Cup, but when you've not won a trophy for 5 years like Man United, I'll take any trophy that has meaning. Not the bloody, what was it? Bangkok Super Cup. So yeah, I mean, look, I think you have to try and win trophies because if you don't, you end up without a trophy. Up the Goldbridge, the best in the business. What a legend, says Lorenzo. Thank you very much for the super chat there. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do it. Still 0-0 here as we approach 20 minutes. The game has settled down a little bit, and I think they'll be quite happy with how it's going at the moment. Mark, to you, what is loyalty in a relationship? Oh, I like loyalty. I'm interested in knowing your thoughts. Not saying you're old, but I feel you're wise, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. To you, what is loyalty in a relationship? Honesty. I'm not just talking about loving relationships. I'm talking about friendships as well. God, I was speaking to somebody this week in this industry about, people that they thought were their friends who completely and utterly stabbed them in the back over business. That's not friendship. That's not loyalty. I mean, I've had it happen to me. Family, friends, relationships. Some people put themselves first. Loyalty is valuing the relationship that you're in and respecting it. And I've made mistakes in the past, but that loyalty is it's being truthful to yourself. You know when you shat on somebody, and you should try and avoid that. Honesty is the best policy. Sometimes you have to make decisions that are going to upset your friends and everything, but if you're honest about it, that's the way to do. Disloyalty is when you're not honest about it, when you stab somebody in the back. We love you in Edinburgh, Mark. So Stephen, thank you very much for the super chat, Stephen. I'd love to come to Edinburgh, then we'll sort that out. And Eric says, is Paul Ince's son the right winger for Reading? He is. His name is Tom. His name is Tom Ince, and he is his son, and he plays for Reading. Yep. Mark, I'm coming to the Manchester show, but I don't live there. Can I top and tail with you, please? I don't snore, says Jack. Yeah, that would cost you a lot more than that, mate. Tom Ince used to play for Blackpool. Yep. Was he at Liverpool? No. No, I don't think he was at Liverpool. I don't think he was. Are there many blue seats here? He was at Liverpool. There you go. Knowledge bridge. Ask me a question. I'll know it. Is Arteta scared not putting starters, or is Pep mentally so huge? Says Nemanja. Well, I was looking at this, and I think you've made a really good point there, because when you look at the fixtures that both of these teams have, neither of them are playing for another week. They're not playing in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. So Arsenal's next game isn't until a week tomorrow against Everton away. So they've got a week off. So I don't feel that there's a big excuse for either team to not take it too seriously. City don't play for a week till a week on Sunday. So I personally think it was, it's a game you want to win. Less defence, more honesty. Thanks and respect, says Colin. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, they're on the attack here. Here's Trossard up against the youngster. Gets the shot off. Good save. Again, I tell you what, Ortega's made the better saves. He made a good save from Tomiyasu, and he's just made a good save from Trossard. So, for all the better possession from Manchester City, Arsenal have had more cutting edge, and I think Trossard so far has been the standout player in this game so far. Looks a lively signing. Do you know? No, I don't know who's are. Stephen, thank you very much for the chat, super chat. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the FA Cup, and I don't mind Friday night football, but I've got to do United Reading on a Saturday night. Bloody Saturday night, eh? Bloody Saturday night. What's all that about? We're only 100 subscribers away from 888,000 subscribers, by the way. So please do subscribe, get involved with That's Football. Everybody is welcome on here. We're building a really good channel. Some exciting things coming up with this channel as well. Somebody made a great question about, is it just you? Well, it is just me, but it won't be just me. We will be expanding and getting people involved, because That's Football is not meant to be just be another show channel where it's just all me. Nice play by Jack Grealish. Good tackle, strong tackle, and he couldn't get the free kick from that. Connor McCann says, love you in Scotland, Mark. Always welcome, and I've played the game. I think Arsenal with just a sneak a win here, mate, says Connor. The problem is, if I did a show in Scotland, you know what I'd do? I'd spend the first 10 minutes going, I've played the game. Have you played the game? He's played the game. I've played the game. Have you played the game? Martinez, Pogba. Have you played the game? I've played the game. Slow Sports News, Jim White, Yellow Tie. Do you drive an Audi? Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Manchester United. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. I'd just spend my whole time doing that. And that would probably piss Scottish people off. Keeper's into... Oh, keeper did well there, Arsenal. He was under a lot of pressure, Turner, and he found the pass. And if he hadn't have found the pass, I think it might have been a goal for Man City. I was going to play you my message from Sean Dyche, but you've probably watched the video this afternoon, haven't you? Arsenal FC says, I don't like how Turner's playing out from the back. Yeah, you can play out from the back confidently, and you can play out from the back like he is. It's sort of making you nervous, isn't it? A pint in McTurkle, says Eamon Kelly. Yeah, people have been asking me what pubs are you going to drink in Dublin, but I will be having pre-tour drinks and post-tour drinks. I'm trying to sort something out because I don't want to be keeping it a secret where I'm going for a drink so that people can't come and have a drink. But I'm obviously not going to publicly broadcast it in case a lot of people turned up and it gets a bit out of hand. So watch this space. I'll certainly be announcing it. I'm trying to speak to a couple of bars and stuff and sort some things out. Because it'd be nice after the show to go and have a few beers, and people who are there can come and have one as well. Get some pictures and stuff and have a bit of a sing-song. It'll be good. Get your tickets. Same in Manchester and London. Links at the top of the chat. I am doing a Super Bowl watch-along, yes. Gott says, what do you think about Nkunku to Chelsea? You know what? I don't like to say I told you so. You know that's not my style. I get things wrong, I get things right. But I did say back in September, here's Mahrez. Mahrez, good block. I didn't say that back in September, here's Mahrez. But I did say back in September, I don't know whether it will be successful. Oh, God, I thought De Bruyne had scored then. As soon as that goes past the goalkeeper, put your hand up if you thought that was in the back of the net. De Bruyne curling it, edge of the box, left foot, for the top corner, on the angle, beats Turner, and you think that's in. I still don't know how it isn't in. I need to see it from... This is the angle. I don't know how that doesn't go in. Still think it's going in. Bloody hell. Good shot by De Bruyne, that. Good shot. Who has been the better team so far, says Reese. Well, I think Man City have been the better footballing side, but to be fair, Arsenal have had the two best chances with Trossard and Tomiyasu. So, yeah, it's been an interesting one. With your recent success of you and your channels, did you have long-lost friends, relatives out of woodwork to kiss your butt and ask you for money? Says, hey, no. No. My mother always told me to not trust people with two first names, but I quite like this Matt Turner. And that's from Luke. And think Man United are crap as a Newcastle fan, but we'd love you in Northern Ireland for That's Football, says Alex Taylor. Yeah, Belfast is one we want to do as well. But yeah, these are a nice few three places to start off with, because I lived in Dublin for 3 years. Manchester is the club I support, and London is the capital of England. I do like London. Lika could play for any team in the world. He suits every style of play, and I'm so glad that we've got him, says Lorenzo, talking about Martinez. And Alec Miller says, any idea where your American locations are going to be when you tour here? Amazing stuff as always, says Alec. We are going to do some shows in America in July, but we just don't know where yet, because it's going to be dependent on where Man United play their pre-season games. So if they're playing in New York, we'll be in New York. If they're playing in LA, we'll be in LA. So, but I don't think they get announced until sort of April time. So yeah, be good. Good, looking forward to it. We were talking about Chelsea, weren't we? I said this back in the start of September. I think it was on That's Football on a Watchalong, and I said, for me, the most exciting club project in the Premier League over the next 18 months will be Chelsea. Now, Liverpool are about to get investment. Man United are about to get investment. Newcastle have got investment. But I think Chelsea's... You could see it in the summer, what they were trying to do. And I think it's going to be a very exciting 18 months for Chelsea, because some of the players they bought, Gusto, I would like at United, and Nkunku, I would like at United. João Felix, I would have liked at United. Enzo Fernandez, Casido, I know they didn't get him. I would like them at Man United. Badiashile was a player we were looking at United. So Mudryk looks really good. They're buying the right sort of players, and I think they've got the right sort of manager. I think that Chelsea are going to have a very interesting next 12 months. Is Mudryk worth the money, says CityBet? I mean, look, he's probably not, but he might live into it. It's like buying a pair of expensive shoes that aren't very comfortable. The more you wear them, the more comfortable they'll get, and suddenly they're worth it. And I think that's what might happen with Mudryk. He looks good, but I've not seen loads of him, but he does look good. Hope you come to the Midlands on tour, as I'm in Dudley, says Damon. We nearly did a Birmingham one, but the location was not what we wanted. We did nearly do Birmingham. If Arsenal win the league, I'm tripling my Super Chat budget for next season, says Zayn Miasi. And EA Sports, I played the game, says Arjun. EA Sports, I played the game. I quite like that one. EA Sports, I played the game. 67 million plus add-ons if Chelsea win the Premier League, and it goes up to 26 million, says Mulls. I'm going to have a stretch. Oh, Skippy-Doo. There we go, Skippy-Doo. Haaland's down at the moment with a banged head. And intriguing start to this game. Intriguing start. I'm enjoying it. People are saying boring game. I think they think it should be 3-3. I'm enjoying it. I think from an Arsenal point of view, the most important thing in this game is to come out with it without giving Pep an advantage for the Premier League game. And I think in the first half an hour, they've already shown that they can give Man City a game. And that's what it's all about. It's a tactical game, that racing guy. Absolutely. Absolutely spot on. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. Northern Ireland. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports in the game. I'm going to stop. I'm annoying myself. This happens. I am actually annoying myself. Rod Stewart wants his trousers back, says Richard. And are you okay? Yeah. Sean Dyche impression. I haven't got an impression. I do have. I don't know how to get it up actually. Don't know. I don't know what's gone wrong here. How has that happened? We were 100 subscribers off 888,000, and we're now 150 off. Figure that one out. I'm telling you what, I'm loving this studio with the lighting and everything, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I don't get any credit for it. Maybe only I like it, but I really like it. So make sure you smash that like on the video. Graphics have disappeared. They're coming back. It's like studio. It's like Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. Jara, thank you very much. This will be what the live show's like, because I won't be live. I won't be live on bloody YouTube. So it's like a Ricky Gervais stand-up. I won't be anywhere near as funny as him, but I was watching the Overlap live a few months ago, and I was really offended because Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville and Roy Keane, it's on YouTube, Overlap Live, they come on the screen not like that. And they're being asked questions by Josh Denzel and some other Sky presenter. Is it Abby Coates or something? And in his first answer, Gary uses the F word. He goes, he's sort of like going, yeah, I think he's a good player, fucking hell. And then Carragher goes, fuck off. And then Roy Keane says, fuck off. They're not just telling each other to fuck off. And I was like, it's like the geeks at school swearing. Now I'm sure Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher and Roy Keane swear in real life, but because we see them on the screen and they never swear, it was like it just felt odd with them swearing. It was like, oh, they're trying to be edgy, but they probably swear all the time, don't they? Who's dominating the ball, Mark? Well, there's a bit of a chance there for Nketiah on the front post. I wouldn't say it was a great chance, but I feel that Arsenal have had the best chances. You know? EA Sports, it's in the game. Is Wood in the game? EA Sports, in the game. EA Sports, it's in the game. I love the lights and I noticed the purple in the last vid, says David. Yeah, I prefer the purple actually. I do actually prefer the purple, you're right. That shouldn't be blue. There we go. I like the purple better. Paul says their swearing is fake and it doesn't shoot the show. Do you think they're swearing to be edgy then? I think they probably swear in real life, but obviously on the telly they don't swear. I don't think they're putting it on. I just think it comes across as odd because we're not used to them swearing. Mark, do you think it's a 2-horse race for the Premier League now? Says Freddie. Yes. I mean, if Liverpool think they can get top 4, then United fans have got every right to think we're in a title race. Because we're only halfway through the season. So you can't write United out of a title race yet. But I never put United in a title race anyway. I think it's too much. I want to start doing some polls. Give me some ideas. Here's one for you. That's a handball there. Rodri, Partey. Rodri or Partey? I'm going to start. Somebody just said something about sensitive eyes. Oh, good defending there by Holding. Oh, Jordan says purple background is much nicer on my sensitive eyes. There we go. I wondered you know what? I wondered why my throat was sore today. It's because I've been doing Sean Dyche. Not like that. You're filth. You are absolute filth. Why would my throat be sore anyway in that circumstances? I mean, like I've been trying to do his impression. Rose, you're gone. What was the point of City buying Calvin Phillips? Says the HPN. Oh, Calvin Phillips getting rich, I suppose. I mean, that's about the only reason, the only benefit for Calvin Phillips going to Man City was getting rich. From a footballing career point of view, absolute waste of time, innit? Absolute waste of time. Please do subscribe, by the way. We're about 100 away from 888,000. Get involved with the United. We're not, we're 50 now. We are 50 now. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Loads of content for you on That's Football to get involved with. And really appreciate it. I mean, my dream with this channel is to take this on tour as well and just talk, general football. But to be honest with you, I think we'll end up doing that on the United Stand tour anyway. So you're all welcome. If you can get yourself to Dublin or Manchester or London, the link's in the top of the live chat. The tickets went out today. We sold Dublin out in an hour, so we've done another date. So love to see you there. And it's going to be interactive as well. That's what I will say. So I want to get people on the stage and, put them in the gunk tank. Foul mouth doesn't impress anyone, Mark, says Preston North End Jeff. I don't think he's realised that I swear. I can't help it, mate. I can't help it, mate. I was brought up around swearing. I was. Remember me, work together, for CID, Economic Crime Unit, says Phil. No. And will there be more Football Manager, Mark, says Emil. I'd like to do it. I would like to do more of it. But I'm really enjoying my FIFA career mode on Twitch at the moment. Big day today. It was a big day today. Ooh, Haaland's pace there. Gabriel puts his hand up. But it was more like Gabriel the singer there with his eye patch on because he did not see Haaland come in at all. He came through like a train here. Look at this. Gabriel thinks he's going to get there and the pace of Haaland got him there first and he could have knocked it over the top of Turner. Omka, thank you very much for the super chat. Chelsea signed Gusto and Casido. Are you jealous, Mark? They've not signed Casido, MVG. What's the most common team name suffix, as in City, United, Omka? I don't know. Is the United Stand show going to be filmed and put on the YouTube channel, says Marius? We're not planning on doing that yet, no. Preston North End have more chance and they are not in the Premier League, says Preston North End Jeff. You're going to start getting pelters in the chat. I'll be nice to you, but I'm telling you, you will start to get pelters. I've played the game. I know how it goes in the chat when people start getting Billy Big Bollocks. Look what happens with Sane. Here's Trossard up against Rodri. He's had a good off, Trossard. But Morris tackles him there. And City come away with it. 5 minutes to go to half time. 61% for... Mark, you missed my super chat. It's still visible. I don't know where it's visible. Anish, welcome to the Members Club, by the way. I have never said that every super chat gets read, and anybody who does live streams will say the same. Sometimes they slip through. It's never an ignorance thing. I never purposely don't read it. Rodri's got 60% and Partey's got 40%. There we go. Rodri's better than Partey. What are your thoughts on Ferguson at Brighton? He's looked really good, says Lem. He looks really good. Really, really good. Really like him. And Zane says, this is how Champions League play. Come on, you Gunners. Need to start respecting Arsenal more, says Zane. Is there a point in going to both Dublin shows, says Amanda? That's a really good question. Look, it's not. I haven't got a routine that I'm going to do at every show. I think every show will be different because it will be topic. There will be topical elements to it. Yeah. Went for drinks, plenty together. Nickname was Harry. I don't know who you're talking about. It's not me. If these are best to two in country, poor leagues, says Ashley. I think people are getting really disrespectful here about this game. I've quite enjoyed it. I think for a Friday night football game, it's not too bad. It's tactical. That's what it is. Is Fozzie coming on the tour, says Jack? I've got no plans to do that at the moment. Out of reach, I was stupid for a while. Gabriel, John. I quite like Gabriel singing. Holding is shocking, says Kieran. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I'll put my hands up in the air. I don't know how good this Polish centre-back is for Arsenal. Anybody got any thoughts on him? I don't know whether he's going to be any good. I don't know whether he's quick. I know nothing. I know nothing about him. I really don't. I really, really don't. No problem, Mark. You always read my one. No hard feelings. It's hard work you do, and we all love you for it. Just really want to see you in India, says Anish. Thank you very much, pal. It can't be any worse than Holding. What should we do for the half-time debate? Because there's not a lot to talk about. Now, we've done like Premier League Team of the Season before. I'm reluctant to go and do that. I'll tell you what we could do. Player of the Season. I need 8 candidates. This will be good. This will be good because I created a little bit of controversy with the video I did last week. So let's do... I need 8. I need 8 players for Player of the Season so far. So you got Haaland, definitely. You got Odegaard, definitely. You got Casemiro, definitely. Nick Pope's been put forward as one. Okay, so I've got 4. You've got to put. People are saying Rashford as well. Okay, let's put Rashford in there. Okay. I mean, I actually think Bruno Guimaraes should be in there ahead of Pope. So I'm interested to see what people have got to say. Martinez, they can't all be Man United players. Come on. Only Fools and Horses or Faulty Towers, says Molloy. I'd go Only Fools and Horses. Okay, I've got 6. I've got Haaland, Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro, Odegaard, Rashford, Pope. I need 2 more. I suppose De Bruyne's got to be in there, hasn't he? De Bruyne's got to be in there. He has had a good season, De Bruyne, for Man City. He has. Harry Maguire could make it. Could make it. We've only got 1 Arsenal player. Yeah, I think you've got to put Saka in, haven't you? Right, we've got some good ties here. It's going to be good. There's good players there. Good players. Very good players. I'm interested to see this. I'm interested to see how this goes at half time. It's going to be good. I love these half time polls. So it's going to be 0-0 at half time here. Oh, I'm excited about this. This is what I love about the half-time shows, doing stuff like this. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Let's see if we can hit 888,000 before half-time. Another injury here. Looks like it's Pebbles. John Stones. We're only 5 subscribers away from 888,000. Thank you very much. Thank you. 888,000. Thank you very much. Only 3 subscribers away now. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Get involved. We're very close. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Oh, Pebbles don't look very happy here. They've got cover at centre back though. Can't believe Zerka still plays Tommy T Grand Theft Auto. I used to watch that about 18 months ago. If it's doing well, it's doing well. I mean, anything those lads do does well, doesn't it? I mean, I think they'll take over the world soon. Politics next, surely. Maybe not. That might not be a good idea. Laporta's coming on. Hi, Mark. You need to collab, Mark. Oh, yeah. I've got KSI and Zerka on the phone. They'll collab with me like that. Hi, Mark. Who would you like United to get on loan with only a few days left? I'd like a midfielder and a striker, but they'll only go for one. Another striker and cover Casemiro would be ideal. Mate, David, I haven't got a bloody clue who United can get on loan. I don't think United have got a clue who they can get on loan. I really do think it's going to come down to who's available in the last few days. Talking about collabs, I've got a brilliant bit of content that's going to be coming out soon. I think you're going to really enjoy it. And I'm not going to give you any hints about what it is. But if it goes the way we want it to go, I think it'll be really good. Finn says they're morbidly obese. Well, I don't really have a lot to say about that. What happened to Ruben Diaz? He never played. I'll be having a triple decker when I'm in Dublin. Oh, yes. Mark, did United put in a bid for Gusto? No, Leroy. We didn't. We didn't. Well, what does that mean for John Stones? It means he's going to come off. Look, touch wood, United so far, we've done all right in relation to, players who played in the World Cup and not getting injuries. But it will hit people. Of course it will. Look me up on old Facebook if you have it. We're mates, says Phil. Yeah, Phil, I don't think we are, because I don't think any mates of mine would have immature, silly names like that. Read his name back. It's Super Bowl night soon, says Matthew. It is coming up soon. Yeah, I will not deny it. I'm looking forward to it. I just wish one of my teams had got there, Buffaloes or Dallas. Mark, what's the naughtiest thing Cheeky Bridge did, says Jack. Oh, he's done lots of things. Right, we're going to do this. I'm looking forward to this. Player of the year so far is going to be voted for by you. We've got 8 candidates, therefore we've got 4 quarterfinals to go through. We'll crack on with that in a short minute, a hot minute, as people say. I don't know why. But just a little brief look at the half. 58% possession for Manchester City, 5 shots to Arsenal's 4. But Arsenal had 2 on target. Arsenal actually had the better chances. Tomiyasu with a really good shot. Good save by Ortega. And it was... who else was it? Trossard, I think, had a shot as well. So, yeah, very, very good indeed. I've just got to send a message. There we go. Right. What have we got going on here? Have any recent Man United players contacted you, says Virgil van Dijk? Yep. The thing is, though, as much as people moan, I actually wouldn't betray the confidence of players anyway. I've got quite a few players who message me. Not all at Man United, actually. P&A Jeff's having super chat arguments with people. I've never seen that before. Preston North End Jeff. It's almost like it's a debut for him on YouTube, because he's actually having he's doing super chats to have arguments with people, which I actually can't really get involved in, because you're actually tagging them. Anyway, right, we're going to do Player of the Year so far. You're going to vote. I've got 8 quarterfinals. We'll progress to the semi-finals, and then we'll crown the winner. You will vote through the live chat. Your first one is going to be Player of the Year so far. So you vote as you go. And your first quarterfinal is going to... Oh, what the bloody hell's gone here? What? Don't give me another bloody computer issue. I was ready to go there. It's player of the year so far. Control and C, not Control and B. So we've got Erling Haaland versus... Ooh. He's had a very good season. He's had a very, very good season. It's Bruno G. Not Ali G. It's Bruno G. It's Bruno Guimaraes against Erling Haaland. Get your votes in there. Thanks everyone for getting involved. We're doing player of the year. We've got 8 players to do it with. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Rashford is... People are shouting names at me. Ollie says, Rashford Mark, question mark. What part of the English language don't you listen to? We've got 8 players who are candidates for player of the year so far. We've got 4 quarterfinals. The winner of each one will progress to the semi-finals, and then we'll have 2 in the final. Who is better, Alexander Mitrovic or Ivan Toney? Well, we can do that. We'll do that as a poll separately after this, Jay. Somebody said it's not fair putting Bruno Guimaraes against Erling Haaland. Why? I don't get that. Somebody's got to win the player of the year vote out of 8 people. You may as well play the... You know, it's like bloody Reading pulling out Man United in the FA Cup. Oh, it's not fair. If you want to win it, you're going to have to beat a decent team. I'm sorry. Haaland has absolutely battered him, of course. It's Haaland through into the semi-final. So we'll move on to our second quarter-final for Player of the Year so far. This one might be a little bit closer. It could be a lot closer. It's Casemiro. It's Casemiro. It's Casemiro against Saka. Player of the Year so far. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. If Arsenal win the Premier League, Man United with the longest running club still to win the league. Umar, what? Where did you pluck that crap from? I presume it's from your arse. If Arsenal win the Premier League, Man United will be the longest running club not to win the league. Spurs said hold my beer. Newcastle said hold my beer. We won it in 2013. It's close between Casemiro and Saka. I'm not going to say... I've got nothing to say. Nothing to say. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Chelsea won it more recently than Man United, to be fair. Just while people are voting on that, by the way, we're doing Player of the Year so far on our half-time poll. Haaland's through to the semi-final. He beat Bruno Guimaraes. Second quarter-final is Saka against Casemiro, which you can vote for. It's going to be voted by you. I won School Politics and Masturbation Award. Finn, I don't know what you got out of that, but well done. We move on. I know what I was going to say. United Stand announced its first ever tour today. We're going Manchester, Dublin, London. If you want to get a ticket and come along, because it won't just all be about United. We'll be chatting an evening in about, there'll be a bit of, it'll be like this. It'll be like this sort of stuff. If you want to come along, get your tickets, live chat, top of the video description. Get them while you can. Dublin sold out very quickly, so we've added a second date. If you fancy it, it's in the international break in March. We'd love to see you. Get your tickets through the link in the live chat. You're very, very welcome. Sorry, says Umar. Don't matter. I thought you had I'm surprised you apologised. I thought you were going to come back and say, I meant between Arsenal and Man United. Then it works. It's not changing between Casemiro and Saka. It's 54% for Casemiro. It's 46% for Saka. 10, not 8. That wasn't a laugh, it was a cough. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Casemiro knocks out Saka. To be honest with you, people think that'll be Man United bias. There will be United fans in here, but we've had polls before where United players haven't won. So Odegaard beat Bruno last week, so it's not like it's a mass majority of United fans in here. Personally, I think it is close between Casemiro and Saka, and I think Saka's been brilliant for Arsenal, and I always praise him. But Casemiro has fundamentally changed Man United. Like, without him, we're not the same team. He brings balance and drive to that team, so he probably does deserve to be in this. You get paid though, don't you? Says Preston North End Jeff. He's starting on me now. Right, third quarter-final for Player of the Year so far. It's a good one, this one. It's a good one, this one. I mean, I think Odegaard should win it. But it's Odegaard against Pope. Nick Pope against Odegaard. I think this one will be quite quick. This is going to be over very quickly, this is. I'm not so sure that Pope should be there. But, you know. 90% for Odegaard. He's always going to win this one. He's always going to win this one, I think. So, Haaland's through to the semi-final. He beat Bruno Guimaraes. Casemiro's through to the semi-final. He beat Saka. Odegaard has battered Pope like a fish. And 88% will end it there. Otherwise, it just gets embarrassing for Nick Pope, who's a good goalkeeper. So, our final quarter-final, it's a good one. I don't know which way this is going to go. Because De Bruyne, I just think people are bored of De Bruyne. De Boeringer. I don't know. He has had a great season. Some of the crosses and passes and shots he has been very good. But he's up against Marcus Rashford. Rashford or De Bruyne for Player of the Year so far. Get your votes in. For our final semi-finalist. The winner of this will be up against Odegaard. That'll be an interesting semi-final. Scooby-Doo. Oh, that back stretch. Ooh, Bisto. Oh, God. I didn't realise I was that stiff on my back. It really is. It's locked up tonight. Bloody hell, Rashford's 70% against De Bruyne. That is wrong. That is wrong. I'm not going to say who I'd vote for, but it should be closer than that. But hey, it's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't think that's Manchester United bias. I just don't think City have got any fans. I guarantee if that's Rashford against Salah, when Salah was good, he'd probably lose. I just think Man City don't have any fans. Mark, can I come round and join in a watch along? Says Jack. No. And Manager of the Year says Bradders. Jog on. What is it about watch-alongs that attracts animals? Got the bloody dog outside my door now. It pays no interest in me. It's at the door going, it doesn't need a piss. It's just like, I don't know, wants to vote Rashford, I think. Don't worry, he's got it in the bag. Mister says it's a disgrace. Rashford is greedy on the ball, scores good goals, but world-class Kevin Rashford is better than Rashford. Will you be broadcasting the tour on YouTube? Says Just E. I don't know. I've not made that decision yet. I want the tour dates to be very much about the people who turn up and, you know, a live show, and I don't really want to be thinking about it being on YouTube and stuff. I certainly don't think we'll do it live, no. Bruno has more chances created this Premier League than Kevin De Bruyne, says Joshua. Rashford's won this, 69% to 31%. You voted. Not me. Don't pin it on me. I don't want to know. That's got nothing to do with me. I didn't do it. I would have voted for Rashford, just to let you know. I'm not going to sit on the fence, but I think it's close. I don't think it's as clear as people think it is. So our first semi-final is Erling Haaland against Casemiro for Player of the Year so far. Casemiro or Erling Haaland? Get your votes in. Get your votes in. When the boat's in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, you're all very welcome. Loving these half-time polls. Some would say they're better than the game. I've played the game. Right, back we come. It's close, but Haaland is out in front. Samuel says, how is it this close? It's bias. Mate, it's not bias. You've got a goal scorer who gets loads of chances in the box and scores goals. You've then got the world's best CDM coming into a team that's not very good, revolutionising the team, protecting the back four and creating chances. I think it's close. You know, world-class striker signs for world-class team and scores goals. World-class midfielder signs for shit team and makes it decent. I think actually Casemiro's had a bigger impact on Manchester United than Haaland has. Maybe that's a bit controversial, but I think it's close. I think it's close. People act like Haaland's scoring a hat-trick every game because he's getting the ball from the halfway line and running through and scoring. All of his goals are created for him. He wouldn't score a hat-trick playing for fucking Reading. He wouldn't score a hat-trick playing for Southampton. He's a brilliant player, but he's totally reliant on service. Vote Casemiro. I don't normally try and manipulate votes, but vote Casemiro. I'll keep it open if it starts coming down. Just to wind people up in the chat. No, I like Haaland. I'm not the idiot who said he's going to flop because I've never watched him. I said Haaland will be an absolute beast in the Premier League. And I think Nunez will as well. All I'm saying is, I do think people overhype the Player of the Year thing because they don't understand it. Thomas Frank is having a better season than Pep Guardiola. Some people's brain won't understand that, but it's true. What Thomas Frank has done at Brentford, with the limits that he's got, is better than what Pep's doing this year with the millions he's got. Pep Guardiola is a better manager than Thomas Frank, but Thomas Frank is doing a better job this season. And it's the same with Haaland. Haaland has everything around him, and he is world class. But I believe Odegaard's done a better job for his team in more difficult circumstances. Haaland's got 56%, but it's coming down. I will start counting down, but if it comes down to 55% and people keep voting for Casemiro, then I have to keep the poll open. It's come down to 55%. Oh, it's get nervous. Man City have run out of their fans. They've all voted early. Now they've got no fans left. Vote Casemiro. No, vote who you want. I'm only joking. Yeah, I think we've got 4 good candidates in the semi-final anyway. No, I'm not a Haaland hater. I like Haaland. I do like Haaland. I think he's a really good player. I don't like Man City. I do think he's a really good player. He's a world-class player. But I'm a little bit anti... I'm a little bit anti the Gary Lineker crew. Gary Lineker had this as a player. Scored loads of goals and got all the glory. But, I've played the game, I've watched the game, and I think we're more educated as football fans now as to the roles that other people play in a game. It's not always about putting the ball in the back of the net. We're about to come out second half. Saliba has come on and Lokonga has come on for Arsenal. So there we go. They made a couple of changes. It's come down to 54%. I can't close the poll when it's still moving. People are voting for Casemiro. Keep getting your votes in. 54% at the moment. There we go. Second half is up and running. If this stays a draw, they have to do a replay at the Emirates. No team wants that. No team wants that. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Here's De Bruyne. That's never going to get to Grealish. Oh, it might do. No, Tamiyasu's quicker than him. And goes for a goal kick. Right, I'm going to count it down because it's been on 54% for a while. If it stays on 54% by the time I've counted down from 10, then I'll have to put Haaland through to the final. If it comes down to 53%, I'll keep it going a little bit more. So get your votes in. Casemiro. 10, 9, 8, 7. What's after 7? Is it 6, 5. Oh, is that Saliba? Yeah, it is. 4, 3, 2. Let me just refresh this so make sure it's not on there. I think there might be some more votes coming in. It's on 53%. I can't. It is on 53%. There's nothing I can do about it. Keep those votes coming in. This Casemiro Haaland one, it's running, and it's like Brexit. You can't just stop the count when people are still voting. You can't. People are going mad in the chat, but look, we can't do it any fairer than we have. You've got to keep the vote alive. You've got to keep it alive. Keep the votes coming in. You know what? We've had 9,000 votes on this. We've got 14,000 people watching. That means we should have a 4,000 more votes. Second half's underway, by the way. Still 0-0. Both teams are going to want this to get resolved without a replay. Right, I'm getting a bit bored of it myself now. I'm going to count down from 10. So if it stays on 53%, Haaland's through, but it's close. Sorry, I've got a couple of super chats now. Hi, Mark. There's a rumour circulating that you've played the game. Any comments? Says Ood. I have played the game. And anyone with the service Haaland gets should do what he is. He's an overrated tapping merchant. What Voot could do what Haaland does easy, says Rob. Ivan Toney, Rashford connection, says Umar. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. So if it comes down to 52% by the time I've finished, then I'll stop the vote. Oh, it's done it already. Oh God, I can't do anything about it. I'm not voting. People are obviously thinking about this and going, well, Casemiro's better. He's had a better season than Haaland. You know, he's fundamentally changed that United side from a crap team to a team that's in the top 4. I think what happened is all the Haaland fans voted for Haaland at the start, and now people are thinking it through and going, it's close, you know. They're taking their time, and then they're going, it's close, but actually Goldbridge is right. Haaland is world class, but he's in a world class team getting great service. Casemiro came into a crap team and has changed it around. You know, it's a dilemma. Benito says, as a Norwegian, the fact we've produced such class in the Premier League is incredible, and I'm optimistic for the future. Well, yeah, arguably the two best player of the year this year is Odegaard and Haaland, and they are both Norwegian. It's fantastic. You're right. Right, 52%. I'm going to count this down. This never should have gone this long. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your final votes in, because when I refresh this, if it's on 52%, then Haaland has just scraped through. I've refreshed. What's on my screen? Just waiting for it to refresh. It's a bit slow on the refresh rate here. Let me open it. I think it's going to stay 52%. Why won't it refresh? Do you rate Ivan Toney highly? He's my favourite number 9, says Umar. Why has the poll not gone through? Has anyone, what number's everyone else getting? Because mine won't open. I've had 10,700 votes. This is weird. Hold on, let me refresh again. I think it's on 52%, but get your votes in quickly, just in case your Casemiro vote didn't get registered. Renate says the truth will prevail. Getting a lot of 52s in the chat. Oh, I've had another super chat. According to Fabrizio, an English club attempted to hijack the Gusto deal, but rejected by player. Do you think it was United, says Sean? I don't think we've got the money for it to be Manchester United. It would be logical for it to be Manchester United, but I don't think we had the money to even do that. Nice ball in for Haaland here. And no, Saliba just deals with it quite nicely. Right, let me just try and refresh this one more time. I can't open the poll. It's massively frustrating. If you haven't put a vote in for Casemiro, now's the time to do it, because I will be closing this poll in as soon as I can open it. Jack says it's 51. I can't get it to open. All I can see is Player of the Year so far. It says 51, says MM. Thanks for the super chat. If it's 51%, then keep your votes coming in. Haaland against Casemiro. It's only the semi-final. It's not even the final. So get your votes in. Best person on the planet to rub it in, says Garish. Thank you very much. People are saying it's 52% as well. It's working now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, let me refresh it. I think Haaland's through. 52% is what it said for me. I think he is through. I'm amazed it's not changed from 52%. It has! It's 51! Oh my God! I was just about to close the poll. And it's on 51%. I can't believe it. Was it on 52 the whole time I was trying to look at it? Oh my God. That is amazing. It was literally that close for me closing the poll. Unbelievable. If you haven't voted for Casemiro yet, please do. It's nearly 50-50. Keep those votes coming in. I thought Haaland would win this comfortably, but I'm glad people are voting for Casemiro because I do think he's had a better season. If you know your football, I think scoring goals is just such a basic way of analysing football. There is so much more to it, and I think that it really, really builds my faith in this chat that they can play their part in what is, football at a deeper level. Casemiro's still in this. My CDM, says Robert Maitland. Goalkeeper for Arsenal's just hurt his arm here, so we've got a bit of a break. If you haven't voted for Casemiro yet, make sure you do. That's all you need to do. We're doing... Haaland's on 51% and Casemiro's on 49%. We've had 12,500. Apparently the people on Twitter are saying create new YouTube accounts and vote for Haaland. It's getting really... people are getting really, really stressed about this. It's not over yet. Right, I'm going to count down. 10, 9... Oh, can I do some keep-ups? I will definitely do some keep-ups, Rob, especially because you did a super chat. Goldbridge is running the Casemiro poll in the same way VAR works when United are called offside, says David. I'm going to be fair now. I think we'll get more Leicesters in the Prem now, says Fa. I don't know what that means. Right, 10. This is it now. When I hit 0, if it's on 51%, Haaland goes through. So get your votes in. VAR check the vote, says Binny. 10, 9, 8, 7. What's everyone having for dinner tomorrow night? Was I on 7 or 8? 8, 7, 6. This poll is more corrupt than FIFA, says the HPN. Don't forget to vote. If you haven't voted for Casemiro, please do. Most rigged vote poll I've ever seen, says Farms. I can't help it if people are putting super chats in. Anyone who played the game getting voting for the Roy Keane replacement, the old boy against the young boy striker, says Good chance for De Bruyne there. Good save by Turner. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I was just about to get down to 1 and it's on 50-50. I mean, the thing about this is you can't argue with it. It's not like I've had any influence. It's complete and utter democracy. We've had 13,200 votes and it's 50-50 between Haaland and Casemiro. I think the next way, whichever way it goes, if it goes 51-49, I'm ending the poll. Then it's out of my hands, isn't it? I'm not counting down anymore. The next time it goes 51 for whoever, that's it. I can't say fairer than that. Someone said, what is this? So we've got a poll going. We're trying to do Player of the Year so far. This is a semi-final. This is not the final. We had 8 players. Haaland beat Bruno Guimaraes. Casemiro beat Saka. Rashford and Odegaard is the other semi-final. But in this one... they just can't, Haaland took an early lead, but the class of Casemiro has come through. So if you think Casemiro deserves this, because it's been a great comeback, do vote for Casemiro or vote for Haaland. I want to be fair in this. Hermit's not very happy. He says the joke's wearing thin now. It's not though, is it? Because you've took the time to type about that because you're frustrated. So the joke is not run thin at all. You got caned. Vardy's Foxes away, massive. Says farted. Okay. You can't argue with democracy. Liam Charmer says, because I paid, can my vote for Kaz be decided? You know what? I actually, yeah, I could. Liam, it is on 50-50. It will change in a minute. Tuna says Goldbridge is a top G with a beard. I actually shaved it today. Took about quite a lot off. Still got a bit of stubble there. I don't really care which way this goes, to be honest. I don't really mind. I'm just waiting to see which way it goes. I've had 14,000 votes and people are moaning because it's 50-50. It's got nothing to do with me. Even if I could vote, it's only one. I voted Haaland by mistake. Casemiro wins, says Ahmad. It's like Andy says, how can it be biased when we've had 14,000 votes? Do you really think people are going to vote just because I might want Casemiro to win? I don't. I'm not bloody... Not the Pied Piper. Liam says United are going to win it in the final minute. I think City fans are just getting moody because they haven't got enough fans to win polls. Speak to Arsenal. They used to win polls on Twitter for years. This is like someone in charge of mayor votes halfway through asking people to vote for the one they want to win, says Selwyn. Hey, it's 50-50. What I could do is end the poll and it will tell us who's got the most votes anyway. You just have to watch the live chat. Do you want me to do that? So I hit end poll and we'll see who win. It comes through on the chat who because it's not exactly 50-50. When you have more votes than the viewers, says David. Yeah, that's because some people have gone off in protest. We've lost all the Haaland fans. Keep it going. Look, we could do a coin toss, but it's 50-50. I mean, it just seems unfair, doesn't it, that one of these great players have got to go out in the semi-final. It does seem fair. What's your score prediction for Reading tomorrow, says MUFC? 4-0 to Man United. Maguire hat-trick. Elliot says, everybody unsubscribe to United Stand. Oh my God, Elliot. You know what, Elliot? You know what you need to do? You need to type into Google sense of humour and see if you can buy one off eBay. You sad, sad little twat. Imagine getting riled by what is quite clearly a bit of fun during a pretty boring cup tie. It's 50-50. I can't do anything about it. I want to do the second one. Don't forget, by the way, if you want to come on tour with us, we're going to be in Dublin 2 nights in the international break. We're going to be in London and we're going to be in Manchester. One thing that I'm definitely going to be doing on the live tour is crowd interaction on things like this. So we'll have plenty of this stuff to go. Remember on that programme that Ainsley Harriott used to do? Was it red peppers and... No, red tomatoes and green peppers. And you'd vote with that. Well, we've got something like that. If you want to go, get your tickets. It's in the live chat, pinned there at the moment. But they are going fast. Connor says, end it because I want to do something else. I want to end it. I don't support United, but voted Casemiro because he's better, says Red Devils marching on. Yeah, I don't think he supports United either. I can't believe this is locked on 50-50 and it's been locked. I'm just going to end it because I'll be able to see who the winner is. Ready, steady, cook. That was it, Rachel. Ready, steady, cook. 50-50. We've had 15,000 votes though. I'm almost like we've had more votes than viewers. The votes are still coming in and they're locked. Casemiro and Haaland replay, says Football United. Yeah, you can't do a replay. I love it when you talk like Sean Dyche, says Omar. Imagine that if you had a partner who says, talk to me like Sean Dyche. Oh, I can't do it. Do you like it like that? Kinky. I nearly said, I can't do it. No, it's sus. I was going to say something about wood, but no, not going to do it. Leave it to the imagination. Right, should we have a replay or should we end it? Because Finn says it's a boring joke. Oh, again, get a personality transpat, you boring shit. If you can't have a laugh, you're not here for long. I can't stand people who, on Twitter and stuff, when someone does a joke, they go, that wasn't even funny. I'm like, there is no, trust me, I'm old enough to know this, there is no joy in being a miserable twat, because you'll be dead. Life's for living. We're here for a good time, not a long time. I can't stand people who try to be like, oh, that's not funny. Well, if it's not fucking funny, go and read a book. You boring arseholes. Right, I'm bored of this myself now. I'm watching the game. That's how bored I am of this poll. They're just locked on 50-50. I'm ending it. I don't know whether we're doing a replay or not. Right, end the poll. It's ended. Watch the chat. Well, player of the year so far. Look at what it said. 15k. Casemiro had 50% and Haaland had 49%. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the poll again and I'm not going to keep it open for long and you can just vote without me influencing you. I'm not going to say a word and it's going to be a 60-second poll and in 60 seconds I'm closing it. I can't say any fairer than that. When the clock strikes 20:25 or when that clock next to me hits 19 minutes, that's when we're closing it. Still 0-0 in this game though. Only just under half an hour to go. And I'm telling you now, neither of these teams are going to want to... neither of these teams are going to want a replay. If you're looking, we sold out Dublin in an hour this morning on the 22nd of March. The 21st of March, 75% of the tickets have gone already! And it's 1-0 to Manchester City. And it's Ake who passes it into the bottom corner. And that is the deal breaker. That is the goal breaker. And it's 1-0 City. Well, I did expect them to win this tonight. But Arsenal will be disappointed by that because you almost feel like first goal wins. You do, and Pep's very happy. Look at how happy Pep is. He's very, very happy indeed. It was a long shot that hit the post, to be fair. Comes back to Grealish, passes it to Ake, who says, Jack, give me the ball. He gets the ball, curls it lovely into the bottom corner. I think Ramsdale probably saves that. I think this is a goalkeeping issue. I'm not saying it's a goalkeeping error. I think it's just Ramsdale's a better goalkeeper, and I think he probably saves that from here because it's a pass into the bottom corner. And yeah, I think Ramsdale saves that. I think that's just Turner's got himself too attached to his front post. Look how close he is. Gets his feet wrong. He thinks front post. He doesn't set himself quick enough and he can't get it. Casemiro's won, by the way. I didn't say anything. You can't moan at me. Casemiro's in the final. That's got nothing to do with me. 65%. He won it. United are on ITV4 tomorrow. Haaland goes out. 36%. Hey. I didn't realise Trossard looked about 70. Look at him. He's got more bags under his eyes than Tesco. Got grey hair as well. Pressure of a title race. Right, our second semi-final is going to be Player of the Year so far. Rashford against Odegaard. Get your votes in. I actually am going to be completely unbiased here and say Odegaard's my player of the year so far. So, I would have to vote Odegaard if I was being unbiased. Oh, what a cross! I think Laporte did enough to put Nketiah off. It should have been 1-1. It was a lovely cross. The game has come alive here. It's come alive. Liability Laconga, says Alex. It's a lovely cross, that is. I think it was Tierney with the cross, and Laporte just does enough. It was Xhaka with the cross. He just does enough to put off Nketiah from a tap-in. Really, really good. Well, this game's going to come alive now in the next 25 minutes. I'm going to close this at 28 minutes past. Saka. Well, Arsenal have got to push for it now, haven't they? Odegaard went up to 52%, to be fair. Everyone was saying vote for Rashford. It was on 51%. We've gone to 928, and Odegaard has won with 52%. So you can't say fairer than that. Tony, thank you very much for the gifted membership there, whoever got it. 50, it went up. People were saying vote Rashford, who was on 51%. Odegaard, it went up. So our final is going to be Player of the Year so far. Democracy is democracy. You can't argue with it. Odegaard or Casemiro. Get your votes in. This is the final. Haaland bottled it. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. Really enjoyed your company. Made the game a little bit better, but I think we're going to get a good end to the game now. Just seeing the ball. Oh gosh, what have I done? What have I done? Even I feel guilty now. Come on, Arsenal, show them that England is red, says Jackson. And have you heard the Casemiro song, says Andreas. I haven't. No. Sianda says that Casemiro is basically a DM, a CM, and a cam. You know what it is as well. I had this with Varane. I was saying this about Varane at the start of the season. Varane's better than Van Dijk this year, but some people don't want to listen. It's like saying that Saka's better than Salah. He's not. Salah's better than Saka, but this season Saka is better than Salah. It's a fact. Varane is better than Van Dijk at this moment in time. He's got a better career, and he's a better player. But people just don't want to listen to it about certain players. They're like, you're nonsense. Varane is criminally underrated in this country, by the way. I don't know where. I almost think it says Carrick on his back and not Varane. There is something about certain players that people just don't want to listen to. What a turn by Haaland, but Turner was quick off the mark and he'd fouled him anyway. I think people are a little bit like it with Casemiro. I think Thomas Partey's had a really good season for Arsenal, but he ain't as good as Casemiro. I'm sorry. Casemiro is the best CDM in the world. Bar none. The best in the world. I thought he was Brazil's best player in the World Cup. He took Brazil's best penalty in the World Cup shootout. And he's been a revelation for Man United. But I suppose if you don't watch United week in, week out, you wouldn't realise just how good these players are. You know, I actually do watch a lot of Arsenal. I watch a lot of Man City. I watch a lot of Chelsea. You know, for me, Odegaard is my player of the year so far. That's my vote. I can't, you know, I'm going to close this vote at 32 minutes past, but Casemiro has been very, very good. Callum says, Casemiro the best in the world, lay off the drugs. Tell me about a CDM in the world. Come on. Can't wait to hear this. And if you say Rodri, I'll block you myself. Oh, Rodri. Oh, yeah, Rodri's the best CDM in the world. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant player. Yeah. No, he's not the best player in the world. He's not the best CDM in the world. Rodri's good. Kimmich is good. Casemiro's the best. I thought he was the best at Real Madrid. I never thought he'd play for Man United. Casemiro's the best CDM in the world. You ain't changing my mind. He is the best CDM in the world. He was the best CDM in the world at Real Madrid, and he's still the best CDM in the world at Man United. I watch him every game. He's unbelievable. Unbelievable player. I'm going to end the poll. Personally, I think Odegaard should have won it, but Casemiro's player of the year so far. It's called democracy. Red Devils marching on. I like Kimmich. I really do like Kimmich. If I could, in fact, I'd take Kimmich over Rodri. I really do like Kimmich. I think he'd be very good in the Prem as well. How old is Kimmich? Maybe when Casemiro's had enough, we can go and buy him as well. I think he might be a little bit older than I thought. 27. Oh, and he's 28 in February. Tell you what, come and play for Man United. The future's bright. $17 minutes to go for Arsenal. Arsenal fans, talk to me. Are you bothered about this FA Cup? Because I get the sense from looking around social media over the last couple of days that Arsenal fans were very much in a dilemma as to whether they should even put a strong team out. It's up to Arteta. I don't think they're that bothered about the FA Cup. I really don't think they are. I think they're more bothered about getting a decent result against City than they are about the FA Cup. Because they're about to win a historic Premier League if they get it right. I think if you lose 1-0 to Man City, Odegaard's coming on now, and Saka comes off. I think if they lose 1-0 to City in a game like this, they won't care. Nothing's been learned. There's not been any... You know, I said first blood. I don't really think in the context of the Premier League games this will make a massive difference. I don't think it gives anyone a psychological edge, which contradicts what I said on a video earlier, but that was a possibility. I think if Man City had won this 4-0, that's a bloody nose for Arsenal. That's a psychological edge for Man City. But if Man City win this 1-0, I don't think it is. I think Arsenal can walk away and go, yeah, it was quite an equal game. They scored a goal. We didn't put our strongest team out. It means it doesn't make any difference. So Jack says you had bags under your eyes when Ollie was manager. I still have them now, mate. I can't get rid of them. Mark, did you want Frankie de Jong over Casemiro? Says Carl. It was never a choice. So I would have always wanted Casemiro over Frankie de Jong if it had been a choice, because Frankie de Jong's not a CDM, and we needed that for a very long time. What's his face says kids equals bags. Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. I think Arsenal have been good in this game. As an Arsenal fan, we do care about the cup as it's still a trophy, but if we lose today, it means we can focus on the league. Reece, thanks for the super chat. What are you going to do about the Europa League, though? I really think you might want to get out of that. Thursday, Sunday, it can be a bit of a problem. That would worry me. Arsenal haven't been in a title race for 20 years. Arteta's never been in a title race. I don't think any of these players have been in a title race apart from Zinchenko and Jesus. That Thursday, Sunday thing would worry me. It would. I'd be like, I'd bin it off. I'd bin it off. It's hard to bin it off, but I'd bin it off by doing things like picking Vieira and Trossard and Lokonga and Holding and Turner. Was Mourinho toxic or was it the board? Says Liam. I think it was. I think the board's always been the problem at Man United. Chelsea signed Gusto for 26.3 million. Good signing. It's a good signing. And it's funny because I think Chelsea were going to go for Dumfries. I had that on very good authority that they were going to go for Dumfries. But I think Potter's jumped in there and said, I don't want a 27-year-old right back. I want a developmental right back. It's what we wanted to do with Delot. We wanted Gusto, developmental right back, to come in and work under. I'm sure Todd Bowley watches bloody the United stand. They seem to be going for a lot of players that we like. With the Europa League, we should just play reserves, says Reese. I am going to do some keep-ups in a minute. I promised it. I promised. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Arsenal fan, care about performance, not the result, says Jordan. I think you're absolutely spot on, Jordan. Losing the game isn't really massive in the context of your season. Losing it the right way and putting in a good performance so that there is no advantage for City psychologically is the key. I'd rather be in Europe and win than the FA Cup, says it's Louis, who is an Arsenal fan. Can we do a Mitrovic versus Tony poll, says Jay. We can, and you did ask about that, so good one. Remember when we did that Kulusevski versus Jared Bowen one about a year ago, and they were just locked on 50% the whole time? That was a good poll. I love a close one. Bloody love it. Have you watched Kamara and what do you think of him? He's criminally underrated and will become known very soon. Is that the one at Villa, Nathan? I mean, look, he was a very good free signing for Villa, and I think Emery will get the best out of him. Michael says we could bin Europa, but if we bottle the league, we get nothing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's a hard choice for Arteta. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if he'd won the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, it's less games than the Europa League. But you're right, if you bottle the league and you end up with nothing. But I'm telling you now, Thursday, Sunday is not easy. It ain't easy. Tony's gone out very, very hard in the front here. I like Mitrovic. Which player would I rather have at United? It's a good question. In some ways, I think Mitrovic would be the better option because he'd probably be more suitable to sit on the bench. Whereas I think Tony would want to start. I wouldn't bring either in to start. I'd bring both players in as you're the understudy who can, maybe earn your place. But I wouldn't be bringing them in as my star striker. So maybe Mitrovic would suit us a little bit better, Nice ball into Haaland. He'll shoot. Don't let him on his left. Grealish. I think Grealish has had a decent game tonight. Grealish, Tony wins 63% to Mitrovic's 37%. There you go. If you've got any other good ones, let us know. Happy to do them. Right, I'm going to do my keep-ups in a minute. Should we do it? I need my chair out of the way. I ain't got a lot of room in here at the moment. Cheetah says, how's the laptop? Fine. I figured out what it is. It's ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. Can you do Ward-Prowse versus Beckham? Azad, I wouldn't waste my fingers on that. David Beckham's in my top 3 United players of my life. Criminally underrated as an actual footballer. Brilliant, brilliant player. Brilliant player. Beckham was one of my favourite players. Opinions on Gordon to Newcastle Sinner. I've already done it, mate. I think he's overrated and overpriced. I think he's got potential, and Eddie Howe can probably get the potential out of him. But I think, you know, he's a bit overrated, but he might grow into the price tag, you know. Tony's had a good day. Money on City, and now this, says Cole. Chelsea got some very exciting players. And Nkunku, Mudryk, Madueke, Gusto, Badiashile. We don't know what's going to happen with João Felix. They've got some very exciting players there. They just need an out-and-out goal scorer. I know Nkunku does score goals for Leipzig, but I wouldn't say he's an out-and-out goal scorer. Same with Madueke, same with João Felix, same with Mudryk. They also need a midfielder. I think they need an out-and-out striker and a midfielder. They've got the right back now, and I think they've got the right back. The thing about the right back is it doesn't solve the right back problem now, does it? Phil Jones versus Harry Maguire. No, you want to, says Rob. How many keep-ups do you think I'm going to do? Not many. There's hardly any room here in the floor. Hardly any room at all. So I don't think I'm going to do many at all, if I'm honest. But we'll give it a go. Nice ball into the box. Right. I'm going to do the Europa League ball because then I can use it as an excuse. God, there's literally no room. Okay, let's have a go. Oh, 23. Lost control. I wouldn't a lot. That's just about room. I'm doing it in like a metre square. I'd easily have kept them up. $32. I need more space. I need more space. Yeah, that's a genuine Europa League football. I've got a Champions League one as well. I won't show that Zane. He'll get excited. He'll get excited. I quite enjoy doing that. But I haven't got a lot of room. What's your thoughts on Nottingham Forest going for Navas, says Omka. Is that Henderson done? Well, I think he's out for a long time, isn't he? And that Henderson, who was in goal for them against United? Crap. I mean, the Rashford goal was very good, but any goalkeeper will say that he should have saved it. It was front post, so they probably do need to bring somebody in, to be fair. It'd be interesting if they were both fit, who would play in goal. Owen versus Everett, says Carl. Rodri against Declan Rice this season so far. So, Declan will get battered. I mean, I'm happy to do it, but he will get battered. I've been begged to do this. I mean, I think it's silly. I really do. Because I just think it's... people won't vote properly. But... 4 minutes to go. I don't really think Arsenal care about going out here. I really don't. I can't see them getting an equaliser. I mean, would you want a replay? Well, they're having an attack. They might get it. Ooh, Martinelli was very nearly in. I think he might have been offside. Bloody hell. So we've got 3 minutes of added time here. The highlight of the game for me was the Casemiro versus Haaland poll. I'm not going to lie. 2 minutes to go. Poor old Arsenal. They don't care. I don't know what I'm saying poor old Arsenal for. They don't care. Best midfielders for me, Zidane, Iniesta, Xavi, Scholes. Does Beckham get into your top three, says Cole? Beckham's in my top three United players of my lifetime. Sometimes that's not always about who the best three players are, but for me, Beckham had quite a big impact on me as a United fan. He was the reason I loved the number 7 shirt. Obviously, the number 7 shirt has been made famous by people such as George Best and Brian Robson prior to him, but Beckham was the reason I loved the number 7 shirt. Yeah, and he was the first sort of pop star footballer as well. You know, I loved Beckham. I loved it, and also I remember, you know, when I used to like England in 2001, and we were up against Greece, and we were going to bottle qualifying for the World Cup, and he was just brilliant. And there were some good players on that pitch, and they weren't brilliant, and he was brilliant. Love the background, Mark. More drunk content is needed, says James. Thanks, pal. I don't think Beckham gets the credit he deserves because of, you know, all the stuff he's done off the pitch. It sometimes overshadowed him, but he was a brilliant player. People forget Beckham played centre mid in the Champions League final as well. Who is the worst Premier League player ever, says Jeremy? Mate, the worst Premier League player ever, we don't even know the name of them because it will be somebody who played a minute for Bolton or something like that. We won't even know the name of the worst ever Premier League player. Phil Jones over Harry Maguire. What a surprise. 58% vote. Clearly played the game, Polina or Sangari, says Swift. I think Sangari is difficult to talk about until he, plays in a better league. Zinchenko or Shaw, says Matthew. I'm not going to do any more Man United against Arsenal's because I think, to be honest with you, actually that might not be a bad one, and we might not get United bias in that. Let's do it. Either or. Shaw or Zinchenko. Odegaard with the foul. I think Luke Shaw's had a fantastic season, but I think Zinchenko's had a big impact on Arsenal. You know, when's Jesus back for Arsenal? Anyway, I thought he was meant to be back by now. Anybody got any updates on that? Please do subscribe. Looks like Arsenal are heading out. Man City are going through, but ultimately I don't think Arsenal will be that bothered. Credit where it's due. They've played a good game, and it's certainly not been a domineering performance from Arsenal that's going to panic the rest, if you know what I mean. He's out for another month, apparently, Jesus. 3 weeks. So he's going to miss the Man City game. I mean, that's an advantage for Man City, you know. I mean, that's the advantage Man City have got, because a Man City fan might say, well, we're missing this player, we're missing that player, but you don't miss those players because you've got a squad. Arsenal are always going to miss a Partey or a Saka or a Ramsdale or a Saliba or a Jesus because they don't actually have that squad yet. Man of the match tonight. I don't feel that anybody really jumps out. John McClane or Martin Riggs? Well, I've got to go John McClane, Luke, but I do like Riggs. Lethal Weapon or Die Hard, if you don't know. Dante, we're not doing that. I tried to be like Grace Kelly, but my lips are so sad. So I try a little Freddie. I can be blue, I can be brown, I can be violet in sky, I can be happy, I can be healthy, I can be anything you like. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds and then you're out of the league. 30 seconds and you're gone. 30 seconds and you're out of the FA Cup. It's been a good effort by Arsenal, but ultimately it won't be enough. Referee's still not blown though. There's still time here. There's still time. The bloody hell's going on here? I'm trying to sort something out. I'm live on the United Stand straight after this. Oh, fucking hell. There we go. And there goes the final whistle. It's Arsenal who go out, and it's Manchester City. And look, let's be honest. This could be the greatest day. No, I'm not saying that. This could be Manchester City's only prospect of silverware this season. They've never won the Champions League, and Arsenal are the forerunners in the Premier League at the moment. So it could be very, very important to this Arsenal side that they go and get a result today in this game. Let's be clear about that. It could be, but look, it wasn't the best of games. I think for me the best bit, without doubt, was the poll at half time, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm going to go and do my Manchester United Stand show now that I was meant to do at 7 o'clock. Because it all went wrong. So I'm going to go and do that now. So if you want to join me on there, I'm going to be live in literally 1 minute. But if you want to see us on tour, the link's at the top of the chat. Dublin is selling out quick. We've already sold one out in Dublin. I think 50% or 60% of the tickets have gone already, and then it went out at about 7 o'clock tonight. So get your tickets. Manchester and London as well. We'd love to see you there. And I'll see you over on the United Stand in a minute or two. Speak to you in a bit. Thanks for tuning in. Really enjoyed it. Loving That's Football. Make sure you subscribe as well. I'll speak to you in a bit.